Raise your right hand, sir. State your name, please.
Randy Wood.
You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Proceed.
Thank you, Judge. You're Randy Wood, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And Mr. Wood, where were you living back in 2019?
Let's see, 217 Sandy Point Drive in Blumpville,
All right, you said Blumpville. Was that in Sullivan County?
Sullivan County.
Okay, and just for context, kind of tell us where that's located. Where is
It's
that?
located in Barefoot Landing on the lake.
Okay, out by the lake out there?
Yes.
Behind
Behind the airport.
Airport, okay. All right. Now, we've heard some mention earlier in the trial about Preston Hunter Wood. Is he your son?
Yes, he is.
All right. Now, back in December of 2019, did you open a restaurant here in Blumpville?
I did.
All right. If you would, kind of tell us what it was and what you were serving.
The name of it was Hunter T's Chicken Shack. I was the only owner of the place. It was right there on Highway 75.
All right. Where?
I sold chicken, roasted chicken.
Okay. Was it a sit-down restaurant?
No,
or
it
drive-through,
was a
or-
drive-through, just like Pal's.
All right. And it's over there, right across, kind of from Northeast State.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned you were the only owner. Did you have employees, people that worked for
Yes. Yes.
you? Okay. How many people? How many
Well,
employees?
let's
did
see.
you have?
We interviewed. We hired everybody that filled the application out because usually there are only about half shows up the day you open up. So I probably had about 12 employees.
Okay. And who made the decision as far as who was being hired or not?
I did.
Okay. And one of those employees that showed up to apply for a job and work there, did you know Megan Boswell?
I didn't know her till she filled the application out. That's the first time I met her.
Okay. And did she apply for a job with you?
Yes.
And did you hire her?
Yes.
And do you see Miss Boswell sitting in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
If you would, point her out and describe what she's
She's
wearing.
sitting right over there with the glasses on.
Judge, for the record, he's identified the
Is that good?
defendant.
Record so reflect.
All right. Mr. Wood, what do you remember what day you opened?
It was the first Monday in December, and it was the second.
Okay. Second day of December, is that 2019?
Yes.
All right. Was Miss Boswell working that day?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned you didn't have a whole lot of employees. Who was in charge of making the schedule and deciding who
Jason Facette made the schedule and everything.
Okay. Was your son Hunter an employee there?
Yes.
All right. What did Hunter do?
He was mainly just an employee
Okay.
because Jason sort of run the place when I wasn't there.
All right. So Hunter and Megan worked there as co-workers.
Yes.
Did you work there at the restaurant? Were you there on a regular basis, or?
Pretty much so, Yes.
Okay. So you saw Hunter and you saw Megan together at the restaurant. That's a fair
Yes.
statement. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Where was your son Hunter living at that time?
He was living with me at that time.
Okay. At your
Out
house.
there, out that lake. Yes.
Okay.
Out there.
Did he have a vehicle that he drove then?
Yes, he had a Ford truck. What he drove.
All right. At some point in time, did you realize that your son Hunter was in a dating relationship with Megan Boswell?
Well, it was a weird situation, to be honest with you, because she got her car repoed one day at the Chicken Shack, and I made Hunter take her to the doctor that day, and because she didn't have a ride.
Okay. All right.
So that's how they started running around together because she didn't have a car.
Okay. So at some point in time, you realize they're dating.
Well, they was together a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You can say dating if you want to, or
All right.
together a lot. Yes.
Okay. And at some point in time, did she come to live at your house?
Well, she didn't have anywhere to go when they repoed the car, And apparently her father, what she said, kicked her out. So I let her come stay she stayed about 3 nights there. That's all she stayed.
Okay. Were you aware that she had a small child?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see Evelyn?
No, never saw the baby.
Okay. She never brought Evelyn to work there with her at the chicken shack?
When I hired her, because one of the questions is, do you have any kids? Because we work around schedules. Because you got a child, you can't work a lot of hours. So I asked her, she said, yes, I have a baby girl. I said, well, do we need to work around your schedule? And she said, no, the baby daddy had the child. She said, I can work as many hours you want.
Okay.
And I said, okay.
Did she work a lot of hours?
She did work a lot of hours.
Okay. Now, you said she had stayed at your house. Did you ever bring Evelyn or Hunter at that time?
Every day.
Okay.
Yes. 2 months.
Okay. What have you been up there to see him at that facility?
Yes.
What is his mental status?
Yes.
What is his mental status this time?
Well, some days he's pretty decent. Other days he don't know who I am.
Okay. Would he be able to come into this courtroom and testify?
No.
Okay. You mentioned that he'd been there for about 2 months.
Yes.
Had he had mental health problems prior to that?
Yes.
Okay. When did when did he start having mental health problems?
Well, when he got accused of being a baby killer.
Objection. I'll just draw it, Judge. I will draw it.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. If you would answer any questions Mr. Scott has for you.
Mr. Wood, my name is Gene Scott. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, this?
I'm doing good. Take my reading glasses off. Let's talk about your son. It's Preston Hunter Wood. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. And you said he hadn't had any mental problems until people accused him of being a baby killer.
That's true.
Okay. Since then, he has had quite a few mental problems. Is that
True.
okay? He has been diagnosed as being schizophrenic, suffered hallucinations.
That's probably true. Yes.
Has he been violent towards you or his mother?
No.
Never been violent towards his mother?
Not as far as I know. We're divorced.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not there.
And you say that if he were brought into this courtroom, he wouldn't be in his right mind to testify.
That's very true.
Could you describe his state to us a little bit more?
Well, he talks about things you sometimes you don't really know what he's talking about. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to put it. It's just, it's sad. I mean, this young man was a 4.0 student in school. Now he's, I don't know if he's ever going to function in his life again.
Mm-hmm. Does he hallucinate?
I don't know if he hallucinates, or what you call it. I don't know, what the definition of hallucinate. I mean,
What do you observe when you visit your son?
Well, mainly I just talk about anything that's pleasant.
I understand.
Yeah.
Is what he talk? Is he able to talk with you about things that make sense, or does it not make sense to you? The things he talks about with you, does it make sense always?
No.
Has he talked about Evelyn Boswell?
No.
Are you aware that he has in the past been diagnosed with violent threats, hallucinations? And delusions?
No.
Okay. Would that surprise you if I told you that's the case?
It'd give me a little shocker, yes. You know, because I'd never seen it.
So you don't know about that.
I've never seen that before.
Okay, I'll move on. Have you ever seen him be aggressive?
No.
Is there any security measures about, as far as when you visit with him, that requires him to be restrained or anything?
No.
Okay. When you talk to him, does he talk about things that are not real, things that are not there?
Well, he talks about the future sometimes, like maybe taking a cruise or things of that nature. Just good stuff.
Never bad stuff.
Never, we don't talk about bad stuff, no.
Okay. Have a minute, Judge. I wish it was smaller. Has Hunter ever discussed anyone stealing his thoughts with you?
Pardon me?
Has Hunter ever discussed anyone stealing his thoughts with you?
One more time, okay.
Has Hunter ever told you that someone or something steals his thoughts?
He usually informed me with everything, yes. Talked to me about everything.
So he's told you that some.
Judge, I object to hearsay.
It is hearsay, but
I mean, you know.
it's kind of a unique situation. I'm sorry. Mr. Wood, can you hear me okay?
Sometimes I can hear you, but at the very beginning you go real low and then you get higher.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Let me ask you this. Has Hunter ever talked to you about someone or something stealing his thoughts?
Stealing his thoughts?
Yeah. Being able to read his mind?
No, he's never done that to me.
Are you aware of him ever talking to you about aluminum foil preventing that?
He's said some stuff off the wall stuff, you know. I will say that.
So that wouldn't surprise you?
It probably wouldn't surprise me, no.
Okay. Sir, I've handed you a photograph. Could you identify that photograph?
That is my son standing in front of the Hunter T's Chicken Shack.
You say your son, Hunter
Preston Hunter Wood.
Preston Hunter.
Yes.
Judge, we would offer that as the next exhibit, and I don't think it will fit on the projector to publish to the jury. I'll just ask that it,
You can stop.
okay,
Because it'll try it anyway.
we'll give it a try.
Sorry. It would be, yeah, generally objection.
No objection.
Full exhibit 96.
And that's the picture we're showing the jury. That's what you just identified, sir.
Yes.
If I could have just one moment, Judge. Judge, I may need just a minute. Sir, answer this only if you're aware. Are you
Okay.
aware of anything in his medical history about his thoughts about people or things stealing his thoughts?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, so you're not aware that it's there.
No.
Judge, that's all the questions I have. Mr. Wood, thank you for being here.
You direct,
No,
may he be excused.
yes.
Mr. Wood, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
You're released from your subpoena, sir. You're free to go.
Okay, thank you.
May we approach for a second? I think so, but actually.
Good go with the officer.
Everyone, please stand.